The peace of the jungle is exceedingly brief. Nature's most lawless bandit appears. Catching the scent of life, he silently closes in. The mother snake slithers out, flaring her majestic hood to intimidate. But the bandit knows no fear. A lightning-fast twist, the mother strikes back, forcing the villain to break his rhythm. The two circle each other in a tense standoff. The mother rears up in threat, but the honey badger is incredibly cunning. Every time the venomous fangs dart forward, the bandit sidesteps to evade, then instantly lunges into a counterattack. Leaf dust billows into the air. The bandit presses the attack. The loose, leathery armor has neutralized every desperate effort. The snake's effort is not to attack, but merely to repel. Yet her strikes come at the cost of exhaustion, something she has absolutely no surplus of during the incubation phase. In contrast, the bandit possesses extreme aggression, chasing down the fleeing snake. A shallow bite cannot pierce the bandit's 5mm thick skin. And waiting for just a brief opening, the honey badger frantically bites, tears, and slams the snake to the ground. Despite the agony, the mother wraps tightly around the starving madman. She relentlessly unleashes wave after wave of attacks, no matter how hopeless. Fighting while retreating, the mother snake fights to the death around her nest. Realizing this weakness, the honey badger targets her nape directly. It lunges, crushing the mother down into the yellow leaves. The two lock together into a chaotic, tangled mass. The shallow bite had a slight effect, but it didn't take even a second for him to keep pushing forward. The target is still there. The two confronting creatures are utterly exhausted. One with completely drained muscles, the other slowed down by the gradually seeping toxins. But neither wants to turn and run. They both have reasons to keep going. A brutal, killing blow. The bandit locks onto her throat and delivers a bite powerful enough to shatter a turtle shell. Every sickening crunch of breaking bone rings out ruthlessly. The resistance slowly fades away. The majestic body now droops limply onto the leaf litter. The battle is over. The villain walks away unsteadily, his chest heaving. Right up to her very last breath, she remained a shield protecting her young. The serpent's weapon was not entirely meaningless. The accumulated venom from countless bites begins to seep into the bloodstream. The murderer wakes up, drags the remaining hollow ruins of the carcass away, leaving behind a desolate battlefield. Not long after, right on that very battlefield, new lives are born. Bought with the exact price their mother had to pay. A price they won't even ever know. In the unforgiving theater of the jungle, morality is an illusion crafted by observers. What appears as a cruel home invasion is simply a collision of two biological imperatives. The king cobra stands apart from all other serpents in the wild. She is the only snake that constructs a physical nest, painstakingly sweeping dry leaves and twigs into a mound using the sheer muscular force of her own coils. Once her eggs are laid inside the rotting vegetation, a profound and fatalistic transformation takes hold. She completely ceases to hunt. For over 2 months, she starves herself, becoming a living, breathing shield tethered to her nest. Her muscle mass deteriorates, her energy reserves plummet, and her once majestic form slowly withers. She willingly accepts slow starvation to ensure her bloodline continues. Yet the perceived villain of this tragedy carries an equally heavy burden. The honey badger is also a mother, driven by the exact same evolutionary mandate. Producing the nutrient-rich milk required to grow a resilient predator demands an astronomical caloric intake. To sustain the fragile life waiting back in her den, she is forced to take extreme, almost suicidal risks on a daily basis. She actively hunts creatures armed with deadly neurotoxins, trading the safety of her thick skin for the high-density protein her body desperately craves. But her sacrifice requires a terrifying gamble. To secure this life-saving meal, she must leave her own cub buried in a shallow, unguarded burrow. While she battles a lethal predator in the leaf litter, her offspring lies completely defenseless against leopards, hyenas, or even other badgers. This is the stark reality of the wild. Two mothers, bound by the exact same instinct, are forced into a zero-sum game where one must perish so the other can provide. There is no malice in the badger's crushing bite, nor is there heroism in the cobra's final defensive stand. There is only the brutal arithmetic of survival. The serpent pays with her life, her broken body funding the badger's milk. The badger pays with venom coursing through her veins, enduring agonizing paralysis and the silent terror of leaving her young entirely alone. Both are slowly consumed by the relentless demands of the next generation. Nature offers no reward for this suffering, only the quiet continuation of the cycle. It reveals a universal truth about the immense burden of creation. To nurture a fragile seed into a self-sufficient entity requires a relentless, exhausting toll. The ultimate cost of raising new life to stand firmly on its own is nothing less than the slow, deliberate sacrifice of the one who gave it.